Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming. I'm bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out Tunnel of Doom. Tunnel of Doom is developed by Anti-Vahi and Bromeo and published by Digger Ready and releases on December 24th, 2021 for a price of $13.99. Now if you are watching this video before the game releases or right before it comes out, you can pre-order or pick the game up for a little bit of a discount and save about $1.50 as it is on sale at the time of recording. So what is this game? It's a roguelike hack and slash where you're basically a miner trying to get from one point of a mine to the other, and as you kind of progress, you're going to have to fight different enemies, manage your inventory and things that you can craft, while getting through randomly generated levels that are going to kind of just accelerate, the types of bad guys and enemies that you're going to experience. You're going to be given a map every time you start up the game, and you have to get from one point to the other, trying to get the best loot you can and get to the end of the mine. Sometimes you're going to be quested to just fight and do defeat enemies and encounter things, and other times you're going to be asked to collect different resources, just beat enemies, and sometimes you're going to have levels that just don't have anything when you walk into them and you can just collect resources, but ultimately you have to always remember that everything here is trying to kill you. So one thing that I did learn in the game that I didn't really realize when I was first playing it is that, you're going to get a lot of opportunities to kill things, and your environment plays a lot more of a impact than you might realize when it comes to this game. So as you can see, like these pitted mines, enemies are actually pretty stupid and will fall through those. So that's something that I didn't really realize while I was playing the game and pay too much attention to. So that's a thing you really want to focus on and keep an eye out. Like open pit voids are really easy for you to get a lot of kills and really progress through. You're going to get a couple different people that you can interact with, from people you need to save to marketers or toward like the little mayor of the town and things like that you quest and interact with. But it's not really too much of a deep, rich, kind of go at, more as it's just a hack and slash of get from point A to point B and try not to die. Now, in that same sense, like we were talking about, where everything is trying to kill you, you're going to be set into these kind of waves as you walk into areas. You can see in the top of your screen, it's going to tell you how many things are coming after to try to kill you, and you get to just kind of pick and choose your ways to really fight things. Now, while you're kind of hitting everything and being attacked, you're going to have to really manage your time and inventory well, while picking up and crafting things. Now, you're going to be able to craft and collect resources and go on little quests to get things and have all kinds of advantages when it comes to what's trying to kill you. You're going to be able to set up traps and just do a ton of little things. Opportunities for some pretty good weapons are going to come and go, but for the most part, you do need to be very mindful of the items that you have, as resources will deplete very quickly in this game, and it's something that you have to really think about while you're playing. You're going to get chances to save characters, but sometimes it might not be worth you saving them. Sometimes it's better for you just to let them die to be able to really progress further, but you're always going to want to make sure you're focusing on, where can I go, where am I at, and what are my kind of pathways goals. Like, is it worth me heading up 2 levels of the mine to get to a certain item versus, just accepting my losses and dying? And that's really where you're going to have to juggle the mindset that works best for you. Sometimes the answer is going to be just, let the characters die and don't risk yourself getting killed. And other times it's going to be situations where you want to work with that environment that's around you. Now, when it comes to these, skeleton looking guys and zombies, like, they don't like light, so you're going to be able to play and use the environment around you. When you clear out levels, don't be afraid to, explore, build up a ton of resources, but at the same time, clearing stuff might release things that are trying to kill you, so you really have to think about that, and everything you do kind of leads to a potential consequence. You can craft, but is the thing you're opening your pathway, could it have been better to use to trap the enemies that were coming for you over, really pushing yourself to limits that weren't really worth it? Or is it worth it to, waste money and try to gain a benefit or get different things? Every kind of playthrough that you get to experience with Tunnel of Doom is going to be very different because, it is randomly generated in that world, and I love the kind of bit style graphic this game has in like the top down perspective. Like, it's done in a pretty well manner that really sets it apart and kind of feels like just like a really fun game to sit and play and relax with. The things that always get me the most are these spider looking guys that always shoot me that I never pay enough attention to. So you really have to look at everywhere you're at in this game and know that no matter really what you're doing, everything wants to kill you, like I'm saying. So you have to be extremely mindful. Enemies can come from just about anywhere, and anywhere that they could come from, they're gonna come from. They all want to kill you, and a lot of the times you're gonna have to fail quite a bit at this game before you succeed. For me, it probably took me, 5 or 6 real play sessions to be able to get good at this game, to where I wasn't dying within, the first couple caves that I experienced. And that's really just a juggle that you're gonna have to experience with, as it's a very unforgiving and merciless game that just is gonna focus on trying to really have you avoid all the enemies that are coming at you. And I think you're gonna die a lot more than you're gonna survive in this game, and that's really the kind of gist of what this game is. As you can see here, dying on screen, you'll kind of get a progression bar, and you can respawn a couple times, but that's kind of only going to kind of hinder you, as you want to try to go as far as you can without running through lives. Now, the game does feature some other game modes that'll kind of up the difficulty level for you and give you a little more challenging through a dorm story and a dream mode that'll just kind of adjust your kind of play sense and tolerances that's here. Some of the stuff I really love about Tunnel of Doom is that real, like, RNG effect that no playthrough is going to be the same. You kind of have the same objective, but you're going to get a different map every time you play. And then for me, that's something that just stands above the rest. When it comes to the price point for Tunnel of Doom, I think it's right at the perfect point. If you like roguelike hack and slash games, Tunnel of Doom is a perfect game for you to pick up and play. As far as achievements, it's not a quick, completion. It's going to take some time and effort, and you're going to have to really work at this game to get some of the achievements, but it's a game that's going to feel really rewarding as you do complete those, especially with every playthrough being very unique and different in that same sense. It's hard to argue with the price point that it is for the game. If you did like this review, please let me know what you think down in the comments. If you picked up Tunnel of Doom, I'd love to hear your experiences and thoughts. It's a pretty straightforward and simple game to control and play, and just takes a little bit of time to learn and really understand what you're doing. I really enjoyed my time with Tunnel of Doom, and I hope you do too. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I hope we catch you guys on a future video. We'll catch you later.